What's up, everybody? Matt here with Gulf Coast Fit, and I am chilling in the office right now. By my office, I mean Jesse, my truck, Old Faithful. And check out this weather rolling in like clockwork every afternoon now. We are getting into hurricane season, and we will be getting wet every single day for the next several months, which I'm cool with that. I like to get wet, like to get hot, sweaty. I love this subtropic climate we've got here in St. Pete. Anywho, what I would like to share with you today is a micro workout, a push-pull micro workout. I'm a big fan of micro workouts, miniature, or I call them micro sessions. Been using these with clients for a long time. Short, brief, high bang for your buck, efficient, and fun, time economical training sessions that you can sprinkle in throughout your day, and they really work well with anyone's schedule. Anywho, today's micro workout, I'm going to be using bands, and I'm going to be focusing on rotational power coming from the ground up. So I'm really going to make sure I've got firm contact and I'm grounded through my feet in the sand. I generate force into the ground. I rotate my hips like I'm swinging a punch or a bat or a racket or throwing a ball or sprinting for that matter. We operate in the transverse plane when we're running. Anywho, I'm going to rotate and generate a lot of power through the ground up. And I'm going to alternate between two exercises, a rotation row and a rotation punch. I'm going to do this in a ladder fashion. A ladder is where you've got two exercises, exercise A, exercise B. Exercise A moves down in volume. Exercise B moves up in volume. So as fatigue accumulates, you do less and less reps of exercise A every time you go to exercise A, and you do more and more reps of exercise B. And I'm a big fan of ladders because you can really program them to suit your needs, and again, it's very time effective and it's a lot of fun. It keeps you on your toes, it keeps you thinking, and you get a lot of good hard work done in a short amount of time. So I'm going to be combining rotation rows with rotation punches. The rep scheme is not going to be symmetrical or even through both exercises. I'm going to do a little higher volume on the rotation rows than I will be on the rotation punches, and that's because I want to keep the quality high. Your body is designed to do more pulling work. Your pulling chain of muscles has a greater work capacity than your pressing musculature. Pressing muscles are a little bit more performance-based. We're meant to be throwing, punching, shoving, doing aggressive things with our pressing muscles, so they hit a wall faster. If you ever notice when you're doing push-ups, you might be busting out push-ups pretty well, then all of a sudden they get tough within a couple reps and you can't go any further. They have a very limited capacity as far as working through fatigue, whereas your pulling muscles, you can keep on rowing. Let's say you're on a row machine, or I'm out on the water a lot paddling with my team in outrigger canoeing, or I'm on stand-up paddle boards. Boy, my back can work up a lot of fatigue, but I can keep on paddling for miles and miles and miles. So I think what I'm going to do is go with a rep scheme. Exercise A will be the rotation rows. I'm going to start at 16 reps per side. This is a single-sided exercise. We could call it a unilateral exercise, although it's not truly a unilateral exercise. Another video for that. But I'm going to start at 16 reps, decrease by 2 reps every single set, down to, let's see, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6. I'm going to go 16 to 6 for 6 rounds. And on the flip side, for the rotation punches, I'm going to start at 2 and go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So 2 to 12 on the rotation punches, 16 to 6 on the rotation rows. And I want you to take note in how I'm really going to work on emphasizing on a firm connection with the ground, generating force, pressing down into the ground, rotating my hips. I'm going to be of the mindset that my belly button, the center of my torso, and the band that I'm holding on to are connected. So they must move in concert with each other, and that ensures that you're generating as much power with your hips as possible. The last thing I want to do is make this all armsy and not be getting the benefit of using the synchronicity of the entire kinetic chain from my hand down to my feet and using as many muscles as possible to accomplish this task. So synergy and synchronicity is the key here, is the goal here, and I really want to work on the finesse while I'm being aggressive throughout each and every rep, each and every set. So shout out to Sarah real quick. I think these are your sunglasses, Sarah. I think you left them at my gym, and I'm just gonna make sure they work well since I don't have a pair with me. Actually, I do have a pair, but they broke. A little screw came out of them. I'm gonna slip a shirt on real quick. I don't really like to work out shirtless. I know you might say, Matt, you're not wearing a shirt all the time, but for whatever reason, I don't like to solicit a lot of attention and be naked while I'm working out. I don't mind being at the beach not wearing a shirt, but I really don't like to unrobe myself while I'm working out. I don't like to draw that kind of attention. Just like I don't like to look in the mirror while I'm working out. All right, it's about feeling what's going on. Is this shirt on backwards? Yeah, it is. I do that a lot. Sometimes I don't even know until the end of the day. All right, so let's hop on out and let's get this ladder done. Oh yeah, get this done before this weather sets in. Again, I'm going to be going for fast, aggressive reps, but my goal is to finesse this. The most powerful and most effective reps when it comes to power are the ones that feel the most effortless. I wonder if I can switch you to landscape, and I wonder if that'll mess up the video at all. Hope not. So I've got my band set up here. I've got the black band as my anchor and the bigger purple band as my handle. It's fun to play around with bands and see and figure out exactly what combination you need for whatever the task is that you're executing. And here we go. I'm going to start with the rotation rows.
what you're supposed to do.
See here. Looks like that whole kit and caboodle maybe took me about 10 minutes. Oh, really didn't quite get the rep range. I'm not sure if I miscounted one or more of those sets, but I think I accumulated the volume I intended to. A few things that I really like about band resisted rotational power exercises. I was really using that for power endurance, but still staying explosive. Anyway, what I like about band resisted rotation exercises is that it gives you the opportunity to think, to feel within. You're using your oblique slings, your anterior obliques and your posterior obliques. They're working in conjunction with each other on contralateral front side anterior obliques, working with backside posterior obliques on both the rotation row and the rotation press. I had my eyes closed on most of those. I feel like looking at things doesn't help. If anything, it takes away from an exercise like that, where you're really trying to feel the synchronicity and all of your muscles working in concert with each other. So I go eyes closed. I also tried to keep the band off of my shoulder. So I'm working my rotator cuff muscles, my shoulder stabilizing muscles, instead of resting it over my shoulder for artificial stability. Hopefully you can see that I'm pivoting my feet as aggressively as possible, especially my trail leg. You really want to pivot your foot for safety purposes, for ankle, knee, and hip injury resistance. We're a little more injury prone if you keep your foot planted. Also, I'm really focusing on using my glutes on those punches. That back foot pivots, I push into the ground with my back foot and I squeeze my glutes on that side as hard as I can. Feels like a great core workout. It's a little bit metabolic. It's not super fatigue inducing as far as ladders goes. It's less fatigue inducing than most ladders, but I got a lot of good quality power endurance through the transverse plane in a very timely manner in about 10 minutes, I think. So give it a try. Take some trial and error to play with what band combinations you need. I use multiple bands, one for an anchor and one for the handle. But each band combination will render a different type of effect. What's also great about band exercises like that is you can always adjust within the micro session the amount of resistance by scooting forward or back. So you just have to stay intuitive, make those micro adjustments to your position throughout each and every set, each and every rep. But that's part of the art behind things. So hope you learned a thing or two. Try it out. Let me know how it goes. And I'll catch you next time with another micro session. See ya.